Hello, everyone. It's good afternoon. It's good to see all of you again. The time is 4:13 p.m. South African time, and sorry, we on the 12th day of the 7th month, 2018, and today we will be sharing again. This is our part 4, okay? And Pacific time, it's 7:14 a.m. Pacific time, okay? I know we currently work with 2 time zones, if not 2, but more, of course, because we have countries like PNG. There is a difference between our time and theirs with hours. Philippines, 6 hours, United States, and etc. But I'll say good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Okay. So here we are today, meeting again, sharing about many things in this community: abundance, way forward, world current events that are affecting us daily. There's a lot going on, and what are the plans for mankind in order for them to get out of poverty or scarcity? And we have a lot going on. So if one wakes up in the morning, it's a good thing to Google or go through some literature or research and find out that from all the things that are affecting mankind around the globe, what could be a solution? What is to be done? Because those events that are affecting mankind, they were also introduced by someone. So what is that we can do in order to have a solution? Because there has to be a solution, since it was introduced by a man who's like you and me. So we're looking forward to share some of those things today. And of course, I will be visiting the blog just to pick up other articles that are related to our topics. And like yesterday, I did mention that we do nothing on our own, but we share what it's actually within our codes, and some of the discussions will be based on the blog, our education blog. There's much to be done. That is why the admin is encouraging us to have more broadcasters with, of course, TBC educational background. Okay, so now let's get into it, since I've already hinted quite a few things. And thanks again for all who are in this panel today. Hi, Dinah Gordon from Canada, welcome. And Mrs. Jules from New Zealand, I haven't seen you for quite some time. I hope you're well. And I know life has some hiccups, challenges. At the end of the day, though we are TPCians, but we have lives, we have things to do. Admin forever knows that, and admin respects that. So I respect that. We all respect that. Okay. Good to see all of you. And thanks for highlighting your time zones. And it's nice to know that, oh, when we are about to approach night, the side, you're also approaching your morning on the other side, or you're already in the morning. Okay, some afternoon, some day, In the Philippines, it's about 10 o'clock. It's 10:19 p.m. currently. It's night. Okay. So now, I just wanted to go back to the blog again. But before that, let me just prepare myself so that I can share something with you. Okay, just hold on. Let's go to, because currently I'm using the laptop. Okay, let's see. All right. Okay. Just want to check something before we go on there. Okay. No, not this one. Yeah. I think we got something here. Sorry for me, because I wanted to show you. It's one of the things that I promised to share with you. Okay.
16 incredible maps they never told us about.
Okay. All right. Then let's come back to the camera. All right. Okay, hold on. Right. Let me just, before we go to the blog, I just wanted you to go through something whenever you have your own spare time, and then we can share about it. It's one of the things I promised to share with you. And I don't know, you will share with us what do you think about it. Is it true? It's just the research, okay? But that's what I've picked up. Now let me go to share. I'm gonna play something for you quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna play that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, where is it? Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
16 incredible maps they never told us about. Geography is often wrongly associated with boring maps and old facts about the world. However, it always depends on how it's taught. And today, we're going to make it more fun. We have 16 amazing maps that will change your perspective of the world forever. Well, at least you won't feel bored looking at them. The real size of Greenland. First, let's take a look at Greenland. It's a huge country, right? Well, it's almost as big as the entire continent of South America. However, when we shift its position to the same latitude of the USA, it's clear that Greenland is nowhere thought. And when we move it further to the equator, we can see that it's nothing special compared to other islands. Honestly, I thought about this. What if Australia was at the same latitude as Russia and Europe? Well, it seems that Australia isn't particularly large. Firstly, it's close to the equator. Secondly, it's separated from the other continents, so it's difficult to compare it with anything else. But if we place it at the same latitude as Russia and Europe, can you see it? Look at how the shape of Australia has changed when it's moved to the north. It's now within the Arctic Circle, much closer to the pole, so it becomes stretched. And here's the USA, minus Alaska, in comparison to Australia. As you can see, they're practically the same size. The right size of Mexico. Now, we used to think that Mexico isn't that big, but let's move it to the north. Now, what do you see? It seems that Mexico is quite a large country. Actually, it's bigger than I thought. Antarctica. Antarctica is one of the most mysterious continents in the world. That's how Antarctica looks in its normal position. Impressive, right? And here's the real size of Antarctica. Compared to North America, and on the equator. I don't know why no one's ever shown me these maps before. They're absolutely awesome. Now, let's see what the real size of Russia is. Russia is not only the largest country in the world, but also the most northerly. And that's why it looks huge on the map, larger than many continents, right? But when we move Russia to the equator, we can see that it's actually 2 to 3 times smaller. Wow, that looks just a little bit bigger than Australia. Alaska. When it comes to Alaska, there's another intriguing situation. Let's take a closer look at Alaska and how its size gradually changes as it's moved towards the equator. It's becoming smaller, smaller, and even smaller. Can you see it? China and India. This is what China looks like in its normal position. And this is what China would look like if placed in a northern position, such as that of Canada. The difference is obvious. What about India? Well, compared to the USA and Russia, India is nowhere near as small as it seems, right? And look how small it looks in its normal position. Africa. All of the countries on the African continent look quite small in their normal positions, right? Well, that's because they're located at or close to the equator. Now, look at how the Republic of Congo can cover almost half of the USA and a large part of Europe. If it were in Europe, there would be no other countries left. I mean, not a single one. Now, let's place the largest countries in Africa at the latitude of Russia. Algeria, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, Libya, and Chad. They're all relatively large countries. But normally it's hard to appreciate this because of their geographical positions. However, once they're moved collectively across the globe, they're actually nearly as large as Russia. Now, speaking about Russia, let's now place the 6 largest countries along the equator. Russia, Canada, China, the USA, Brazil, and Australia. Can you see what I see? Now everything is equal. Russia, of course, remains huge as before, but it's no longer as large as it first seemed at its normal latitude. And we can also see much better just how big Australia is. Here is our bonus. 3 cartographic projections that experts use to provide a realistic depiction of the Earth's geography. the Gall-Peters projection, the Wagner 6 projection, and the Gould-Homolocine projection. So how do you find this new way of learning geography? Much better? I guess it's much more fun, at least. Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like button below the video and click subscribe to stay on the bright side of life.
Yes, that's it. I don't know now. We're gonna share about that in our next or a stream after that. Interesting, right? So some things are not what they seem to be, and it's up to us to Google some things further in order to understand the reality of certain things in this world. Okay, so there's actually a second part. It will explain about the people who were involved in changing certain things and why they did that and who was behind them. And yes, it did benefit quite a lot of people. When I say a lot of people, I don't mean the entire world's population. I mean those who are in control of the world. Okay, so control, it is not all about banking system or the minerals or justice system or pharmaceuticals and medicals. No, it's beyond that. Okay, so we must try to expand our focus in order to get certain things. Now, do your introspect, and when you go to the world's current map, look at those continents, and then underneath there is a dialog box with some calculations or measurements. Compare those measurements with the right scale of certain continents that were already mentioned in that video. Okay, this is still our part one. There's gonna be a lot for us to share and very interesting. So this is one of the things I wanted to share with you. So now it's your assignment. Now let's go on to the blog now. Okay, let's go back to the blog. All right, this is our blog today. Wow, there's a lot of articles. Like I said yesterday, I didn't know exactly which one to opt for, but let's go to the first one. We have this one: fun, entertaining, and informative broadcast full of dialogues instead of long monologue model broadcast after this example to win video. Okay, they explain much about this title. You can go through it. I haven't finished. I just opened it on the beginning, then I went out again. Okay, and then we have here, are you accepting abundance? This one, it was posted by admin on the 11th day of the 7th month, 2018. And then it's a posters slash video. Then you can go through the video, also interesting. Okay, and then let's check here. We have Krengel Kim, message of hope. When you click on that, that was also posted on the 11th. It's also interesting. And then let's check this one. Okay. And then we have this one. The choice is yours, where you earn an income. It's a poster slash article that it was also posted by the admin. And on the 10th day of the 7th month, 2018. And then most of our fellows, they did share this one in the live streams, hopefully in their private groups as well. It says here, the choice, it's yours. Okay, let me see. No, if I can, I think the size is good. Can I try? Can I expand it? Okay. You got again? Yeah. I think we can work with this size. Yeah, it says here, the choice is yours, where you earn an income. Then you have all these categories, okay? But from here on long-term security to assured retirement income, they say this is things people like, okay? And then from tends to become boring, from there right to the last one, selling required. So these are things people dislike, okay? And then you have here job, okay, under income comparison, you have job, businesses, and TBC. So this is a good comparison. For an example, let's start with the first one. It says long-term security, then job, it's a question mark. Business, it's a question mark. TBC, it's a question mark, of course. Okay. Now I want you to see the difference on this one, the first one, the one that people like. Okay. Guaranteed payment, it says in a job, they ticked yes. Okay. And in business, no. And then TBC, no. So they're mentioning something like guaranteed payment. You see? And then only on a job. Okay. Health in brackets plus benefits, question mark. And then nil. Okay. Okay, you can, the list goes on and on and on and on, right up to the last one, assured retirement income. So you can compare now and check from the job, what are the things that you can gain, okay? But so far, I only saw one, guaranteed payment, okay? And then in business, let's check. Oh, there's so many question marks. Let's check in TBC. Okay, we have question mark, nil. And then as for the rest, in TBC, of course, it looks like we do have people who are interested in these benefits of TBC. And this line leads these two following lines, okay? And then let's go to things. Oh, sorry, let's check here. Things people like, and then let's go to things people dislike, okay? The first one, on a job, yes. And then we have question mark on the business, and then it's TBC, we have nil, 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 nil. Okay. Now you can study this, and from there you can do your comparison, but you can see where your focus can be, or where your wealth can be allocated, and you can build it from there. Okay, but here we have a lot of nils and the question marks. You know, if something has a question mark, we are not certain when that is going to be sorted out or resolved. Okay, now I'll just read. Yes, here's the article, but I will take, you know, I prefer to take you through on the first paragraph and the second, but as for the rest, I really love all of you to get involved and share that with us. You know, it's quite interesting because at the end of the day, it's not all about myself, but it's all about us. Okay, and from us, it has to multiply itself, meaning creating more others like us. Interesting, right? So I'm going to read here on the first paragraph, okay? It says, there was a time in human history that having a job was the preferred way to earn a living. Back then, you, as an employee, had all the assurances of earning a reasonable monthly income, even as a low-skilled laborer, and pension plans were embedded in stone for retirement. Dignity could be found in having a job, and plenty of job opportunities existed. So there was a time for that in human history. Yes, many of us have gone through that, meaning have experienced that. But now we're going to find out as you go through these articles that is there any difference between those days and the current times? Okay, let's continue from here. It says, let's face it, times have changed, haven't they? Jobs have now become scarce, insecure, and pensions will soon become non-existent. It is not an employee-friendly world anymore. I think the chart above makes the point very clear that having a job today is not where you want to earn your income. Interesting, right, guys? There's no security, as many of us may think. Okay, let's go to the second one. It's a second paragraph. Okay, it says, okay, then it comes down to either earning an income in TBC or in a business. So remember those three lines, three categories. We have the job, business, and TBC. But look, this first line is emphasizing only on two things. Oh, sorry. The second and the third, TBC or in business. Did you see that? Okay. From three, it's two. Now let's continue. The chart above says it all, doesn't it? Business equals to question mark. Let's talk about risk. If you want to earn income through a business, you will have to invest money upfront before you can earn, right? That's a risk. And in TBC, You start by receiving a gift without obligation. And if you want to earn 50% commission income, all you have to do is partner up with one of our broadcasters or your TBC sponsor and get started risk-free if you choose. Most will choose to risk $110 in TBC to get started because it is easier to duplicate success. But you don't have to take that risk if you don't want to take it. Remember, admin is forever reminding us that no one is forced to be a part of this. Let's continue. How far will $110 get you in a business opportunity? In 99.99% of the cases, $110 wouldn't even be enough to get started with a business. The income opportunity in TBC exists today because admin needs help in distributing the TBC coins worldwide. We are in the distribution phase of TBC. Inside of the distribution phase and after a redemption period, our members can earn 100% of what they sell and get paid directly from their clients. No need for the money to first pass through a company or whatever. Okay, we continue. This also means instant direct daily pay. Very few legitimate business opportunities can offer 100% commission paid daily. That's true. Usually, there is a cost of a product or service that cuts into the 100% and the business owner gets some of the change left over after expenses. Most companies offering business opportunities require payments to pass through them first before you would get paid, and that makes daily pay impossible. The cookie rewards system blows away all of the other business opportunities in the world. No side-by-side comparison of a business opportunity compared to TBC can beat what TBC offers the income earner. So this is the second paragraph. So you have a third, which is last. But if you want, I can go through it. Okay, let me go through it. But I will advise all of you to go and reread it again. It's a very interesting article. Okay. TBC is no different than a job or any business opportunity when it comes to learning and developing new skills in order to be successful. Think about that. Isn't that true? If you start a job, at some point, the boss is going to tell you to do something you don't know how to do, or it is something awkward for you. In business opportunities, people find themselves doing many things they never thought they could do until they tried because the business requires it. This TBC is the same. Some people don't like broadcasting, but broadcasting, it's a sure path for a TBCian. Okay, I'll highlight this one. Broadcasting is a sure path for a TBCian. And there are no other activities people need to be trained to do in a way that results in success. You don't have to have great skill to succeed in earning daily cash flow in TBC. You just need to be coachable, and willing to try and try again until you learn how to do the TBC activities correctly to earn that daily pay. You see, you don't need what? A great skill to become a hardcore broadcaster, or Randy would say a badass broadcaster. The only thing that you need is to be coachable and willing to do what? To try. But if you fail to try, that's going to be a different story altogether. And when you are in a position to try, what's going to happen? You will try again until you learn what? How to do the TBC activities, how correctly, in order to earn that daily pay. Look at that. Wow. Interesting, isn't it? Let's continue. When you consider all of the other options out there, why not give TBC your all and maximize what it can pay you? Stop bouncing around from one thing to another. You have already stumbled across the world's best opportunities. So get to work. Let's come to this one. Stop bouncing from one thing to another. You have already stumbled across the world. So we have mentioned this many times. At the end of the day, there has to be a solution. You have learned from those stumbling blocks to this day. So now you know what to do. So go through the article. These are the two things that I wanted to share with you today, but also an interesting article. It looks like everything that we shared today, it was very interesting. So what we need to do now is get into it and read with an understanding. And we mustn't just read it in order to please someone or to please the admin. No. Get into it and put it in practice so that we can notice the difference. And of course, there will be a difference since some of us have already started that. There are some, they're already on top of it, okay? Including some of you and others from the other parts of the world, okay? Let's go to the top chat. Okay, let's start with Diana. Thanks, Diana. Diana is saying it's a fun way to look at geography. Yes, very interesting. Yeah. I did this subject at school when I was still at primary school and high school. Yeah, but I didn't advance much on the subject up until some years back when I said, no. As I'm online, I'm picking up some things in relation to geography. So I became interested with that background I had from lower primary school or right up to high school. So it is fun. We pick up a lot of things. Some things were twisted, you know. So let's go to the second one from Diana. She's saying it is depicting bigger, it's better. Yeah, I did mention Africa. There's something about Africa, that Africa can cater for, wow, almost half of the world. And then Jocelyn Coneras, my sister from the Philippines. Hi again. Hi to you. Then pass our greetings to our Filipino brothers and sisters. And then we have Ma Soledad Espinosa. Espinosa, it sounds Spanish, or yeah, something like that. It sounds Spanish or Mexican. I don't know, but it sounds like. She's saying, Ma Soledad Espinosa, hi everyone, good evening, Lawrence and Tips family from the Philippines. Yeah, but I said Espinosa, it sounds Spanish, so I was right, because the first people who colonized the Philippines, it was the Spanish, right? And the name Philippines wasn't there before. It was something else. So when King Philip from Spain instructed some people to go and explore, those expeditions, and then when they landed in the Philippines, then because of the order by King Philip of Spain, so that King Philip, then Philippines became Philippines. So I went through that history. So very interesting. You can the name Philippines wasn't there before, yeah, because of the king. Then after the Philippines, the Japanese came. They wanted to invade, so it was now between the Spanish and the Japanese. There were other wars in between, and now after the Japanese and the Spanish, the Americans came. They lost from the Japanese, and from the Japanese, the Spanish, I think, were already out. Yeah. Then the Americans came back again. So that's where we found the Battle of Manila. Yes. Now the Americans, they won under who's the general? Something under the code of the Americans, Operation Chromite. I'll find the name. When I remember, I'll just share it with you in our upcoming live streams. Okay, but it's a very interesting history. But now the Americans are out from the Philippines. The country has now went back to its owners under the President Duterte. So it's very interesting. Go through to the current world's updates, politics. You will find more. Okay. Let's now. Okay. So thanks, Espinosa. Yeah, and then we have. Let's see. Okay, Espinosa, she's saying it's her first time here in the chat room, and welcome again. And then Dinah, okay, no, fine, thanks, Dinah. And let us welcome Espinosa, and thanks again. So now, there's much in this community, like we mentioned, TBC education. So you're gonna learn a lot, but we don't want to exhaust good things. I would say for now, we can chat again later. It's fine. I will have another live stream, and I'm looking forward to join others as well. And Marilyn Akwi, hi again, and welcome. So it was nice having all of you guys. Thanks again. From South Africa, the time now it's 16:57. That's PM, right? Yeah. And then not forgetting that is the 12th day of the 7th month, 2018. So from us, we'll say bye for now. Looking forward to share much with you. Okay, Espinosa, she's saying something here. She's saying, yes, Lawrence, my spouse, grandmother has Spanish blood. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. The surname actually hooked me. It sounded Spanish or Mexican, but of course, the Spanish also colonized Mexico in the I think 14th century or 15, between there, somewhere there. Yeah. So very interesting history. Yeah. And thanks again, my TBC fellows. I'm looking forward to share with you. If there are any comments or anything you like to share on the description box there, you have my website. You can go and play around with the website if you want to hook up with me or anything you want me to take you through, or you want to partner if you want. You have all the procedures in the website, and so that we can take you through and accumulate those coins. Admin has already mentioned that the admin has a lot of coins to be distributed. So it's entirely up to an individual to be a part of that. But of course, you won't be doing that distribution for free. You're going to earn big time. When November comes, this coming 5 months, 4.5 to 5 months, you would have accumulated a lot. We have seen the difference between the job, business, and TBC. So this is another moment. So people should learn to stand up and do something. It mustn't be a case like Bitcoin. Many people didn't take an initiative. People didn't believe. But today, people, they would love this will to turn back, but most unfortunately, it won't. Bitcoin is its way it is today because it has started somewhere. So if you don't stand up and take an initiative in certain things, this moment, many people are going to miss it. So I encourage you guys, encourage others to be a part of this TBC coins distribution. It's there. Partner with someone, learn, go through it. Once off, $110 from $110 5 months from now. Please, who can do that? Who can give you that? Not even your business can do that, or your employee. It's like that. So let's make a difference together. And thank you again. I love you all, guys. I'm looking forward to share with you later. And bye.